Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. In today's video we're going to be talking about effective personal branding. So your branding is your business's reputation, the way that potential clients or customers interact and respond with your brand. So if your branding isn't fully optimized to its full potential, what you're actually doing is just leaving money on the table. So in this video, we're going to talk about all of the wonderful magical things that you can do in order to fully optimize your personal branding. If you want to learn more about the differences between personal branding and business branding, I actually have a video on that linked up in the cards on one of these two sides that you can click and you can watch after this video, or before or during or whatever at the same time. It'd be kind of difficult to understand them, but technically you could. But whether you are doing a personal brand or a business brand, both of them always need to have effective and clear brand foundations. So what you're going to want to do first of all is you're going to want to get clear on what your goals are. So you're going to want to sit down and ask yourself and ask your team, if you have a team, where do we want to be in 1 year? Where do I want to be in 3 years? Where do we want to be in 10 years? What is it that we are trying to accomplish here? You can get really clear on your target audience, your brand voice, your personal brand authenticity, your point of difference, and your mission statement. So the first thing that we're going to be talking about is your brand's target audience or your ideal client. So you're going to want to sit down and get really clear on who your business actually serves. You're going to want to create an ideal client avatar. If it really helps, pull out a big sheet of paper and actually draw them. Write down what their pain points are, what their issues are, and how your business can actually solve those issues for your ideal client. And if it helps, give them a name. Get really clear. What kind of life do they lead? Where do they work? What country do they live in? What languages do they speak? How old are they? How educated are they? What social medias do you use? And if you understand what kind of social media your ideal client might use, then you can make sure that you're on those social media platforms so that you can target them directly. The more information that you have about your ideal client, the better, as it will help to really develop the rest of your business and your brand, because you can make sure that you shape it in a way that it's really clear for the person that you want to purchase from you. And what really connects with this is your brand voice. So your brand voice is the way that you talk with your ideal client. So this could be in your text copy on your website. It could be the text copy that's in your Instagram captions or your Facebook captions. My target audience are, 35-year-old women who are mothers, and they are, starting off in their first kind of year or two of business. They're really in that process of building everything up and kind of piecing things together. They are always active on Instagram and Facebook, and they might like yoga. So when I write on my website and in my captions and things like that, I make sure that I'm using more of a colloquial voice and language, and it's super friendly, and I swear a little bit sometimes, and it just shows it's more of like a personal way of approaching something. Me and my brand then come off more friendly, and my ideal client then is more likely to interact with me and then potentially buy from me and work from me, because they feel like they know me and then they trust me, because people want to relate to people. People are so sick of fake bullshit, basically. And so making sure that your brand voice comes across in the way that you want it to connect with your ideal client, the better. And then this then connects into my third point, which is authenticity. And if you have a personal brand, authenticity is one of the main things that will just shoot that shit up into the sky. Because as I said, people are so sick of fake. Your ideal client wants to know that they can trust you, and so then they can work with you. And the best way to do that is to be authentic. Don't try and be something that you're not. Don't try and make your business seem like something it's not. If you're just starting out, don't pretend like you've been in business for 15 years and you have all of this experience behind you and you've worked with thousands of clients. If you're just starting out, make sure that that's clear and that's reflected in, your pricing and all of that kind of stuff. And then it works the other way too. If you have, X amount of years in experience, make sure that that's visible, because that's true and authentic to your brand, is that you have all of this experience. That's why your prices might be higher than this person over here. The way that I really like to show authenticity in my brand is Instagram stories. It's a very easy way to connect directly to your ideal client and literally talk to them. Literally through a screen, talk to them. With your Instagram stories, they're only there for 24 hours. So this is where you're absolutely able to just talk about whatever. It's where you can give your ideal client a glimpse into what it looks like behind the scenes. When people get that glimpse into the behind the scenes of how everything works, and then they start to feel like they know you more and they know the way that the business is being run and they know all of this kind of stuff, it makes them have a deeper connection with you and then more likely to purchase from you or, be a client with you or whatever it is. On my Instagram stories, I don't just share when I have big wins. Sometimes I share when things have gone wrong, because it does show that I'm a real person that's behind my business, right? I'm not just this giant conglomerate with all of these thousands and thousands and thousands of faceless people working behind it. No, it's me, and it's raw and it's real, and people connect with that. So I just wanted to touch on authenticity there as well, because it's something that a lot of people don't really think about when they start their business, and it is so incredibly important. And another thing that you're going to want to do is find your point of difference. Now, the first thing to do when you're starting to find your point of difference and what makes your brand unique is have a look at your competitors. Have a look at Pam's business and then have a look at Jim's business. They're both doing a very similar thing. Both Pam and Jim are both graphic designers, but what does Pam do to stand out versus what does Jim do to stand out? How are they both different despite doing the same job? And once you've done that with a couple of people, once you've compared a bunch of your different competitors to see what they use to stand out, then it's time for you to have a look and have a think about what makes you unique. What makes your personal brand stand out amongst the crowd? Are you a fully woman-owned business? Are you a POC business? Are you run by a 19-year-old? Do you use sustainably sourced packaging? I don't know. Whatever it is, get super clear on what your point of difference is and then showcase that. Make it abundantly clear why people should use your business and your services or your products versus Pam or Jim's over here. Now, once you've got all of that and you're really clear on everything that we've covered so far, now it's kind of time to kind of put all the pieces together. And the last thing that you should be doing is creating a mission statement. Now, a mission statement, in my eyes, pulls everything together and it makes it very compact and easy for people to understand what you do and who you serve in a really digestible and easy to understand way. When you're creating a mission statement, what I advise you to do is include the following: who you serve and what you do. And if you want to, and what I did in my mission statement, is also include how you do what you do. So my mission statement is, I help go-getter entrepreneurs connect authentically with their ideal clients through intentional brand and website design. That mission statement is used several times on my website, and it's used as the first line in my bio on my Instagram. And it includes who I serve, go-getter entrepreneurs, what I do, connect them with their ideal client, and how I do what I do through intentional branding and website design. So when you're writing your own one, just make sure that you're including those key statements, and don't just write this in one day. Keep working on it and make sure that you get it perfect, because it is probably going to be an extremely valuable thing to have, to be able to summarize exactly what you do in one sentence. Because you can use it, as I said, in many different places. Your Instagram bio, your Facebook bio, on your website. You know, if you have a YouTube channel, you can use that statement in your YouTube trailer or on your YouTube banner and make it really, really clear who you serve and how you serve them. I really hope that you got something out of this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share it with other people. We are currently at 27 subscribers, and I really do want to thank everyone who has subscribed and has commented and has shared. I really, really, really appreciate it. And I also have a free PDF in the description as well with my cheat sheet on brand foundation. So all of the things that we'll cover here today, and also a couple of other things more related to the design aspects. So click the link in my description, and I will see you next week. Bye!